Here we go.
All right. Hey,
Everybody, welcome back. Another week has gone by. Everybody is looking not to get the virus, and that's the only thing that's headed up in our headlines here recently. It seems like that's all the news can talk about. But
Exactly.
thanks for joining us, Dustin, Raven Rock Aviation and Machine. We got my buddy Jeff from Jeff's Customs RC. What happened to your
Yes.
pooch, buddy? He had his dog in his lap.
Laying in my damn lap. Oh, he's up here. My co-pilot. Come here, buddy.
Right on. Every man needs his co-pilot.
I'm telling you, right? He's hung up.
And there's a reason why my co-pilot is not my wife. She don't know where the heck she's going half the time. And if you're watching this, honey, I know I'll pay for it later. It's all good. It is all good.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
tell Larry Mason. You gotta love that mush.
So how's everybody doing this week? Everybody practicing social distancing? Distant? Wow, I cannot talk. It's been one of those days. I'm trying to get this
No doubt.
chat pop out real quick. So just kind of quickness here. Has the virus, the whole pandemic, has that really affected anybody, or do you know of anybody that has been affected by it?
It's affecting my business.
Oh, it's affecting us as well. I mean, we're staying open. My family's business, we're staying open, and a lot of our competitors' customers are coming our way because, well, we're open, and they're allowed to come on site here to pick up whatever supplies that they need, or if they just need to talk to us about how to fabricate some rebar that they need done. You know, we do that, but we still take precautions. It's better to be safe than sorry, as
Right.
it goes.
Always, man. I mean, look, they're supposed to shut down hair salons and everything else as of tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And I got women that are frantic, dude. They're scared to death. They ain't never going to get hair done again. I mean, and I'm like, calm down. We're going to take care of it, So
Right.
it's going to be a weird thing to get, man. But I just hope I make it through.
I mean,
I ain't
everybody.
got to worry about Corona. I got to worry about these damn women freaking out over their hair being done, man.
They know where you live at. They come.
Hey, no doubt, right? Some of them do, exactly. We say Brendan, Josh Weaver, EQRC, Michael
Roger.
Rajka. How you guys doing tonight?
Guniac.
Guniac,
Brendan.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Mr. John.
our who was it? Was it Washington State shut down their schools for the remainder of the year? Somebody did that. I can't remember exactly, but I know that North Carolina pushed it back until like May 15th. But the kids
Yeah.
get out like in
Yeah.
June, so I don't know how they're gonna do. I guess if you're failing class, you're gonna get like a free pass in the next grade maybe. I mean, 'cause that's
Man,
questionable, right?
it's like I told my son. He's 13, and I said, buddy, just keep your mind fresh. They got a packet of like 64 pages they've got to work on.
Whoa.
And, I told him, I said, just keep your mind fresh, do what you got to do. I'd love to see them go back for at least a month or so. What I'd love to see them do is go back to school, go through the summer, actually, since they're getting time off now, but maybe get a week on, a week off, and then start the 8th grade next year is what I'd like to see happen, because that way it kind of keeps everything in a good swing, and it keeps the kids in a good pattern. You know what I mean? Like a holding pattern, I guess. So we guys all call it.
Right.
And we all need a holding pattern sometimes, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was just remembering most of the guys here. You guys can justify this. It was like, you go to school, you go on summer break. 2 months pass, 3 months if you're lucky, and it's like you start school and my teachers, they always hit the ground running. There wasn't no like, hey, do you remember this? It was like, no, you either remembered it and knew
Right.
it, or you got left behind in class, or you had to go like
That's
through
right.
radiation in it.
Exactly.
But I'm
And,
curious to see how this affects, because like in '96 when Hurricane Fran came through North Carolina, we lost like 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, and we had to. We didn't have like Good Friday off.
Yeah.
That following year, we had schooling done on Saturdays. That was really like one of the only times where Johnson County did that. I guess it was more of like an experimental phase, but they haven't never done it since. Not that we need to, but Wild Bill's in the house. Cody, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah, Cody Adair. Hey, man, how you doing? RC Air Marshal, too. How are you guys doing tonight?
I just got here, and Josh and Hobby Life. Randy.
Gary.
So Randy's talking about the hoarding needs to stop. Absolutely. So what is weird is like there's no cars like on the road. Like
right.
I live south of Raleigh, and like at 6 a.m. like if you're not on the interstate, you're you know that's 30 minutes plus right there added onto your commute, and like there is nobody. It's like you're driving like at 2 a.m. like where there's nobody on the roads. It's kind of eerie. Kind of reminds me of something like Walking Dead. You know when they're like going into Atlanta. You know. But
yeah, it's kind of strange around here too. I mean, even today when I got out of my shop, you know, normally traffic is hard to get out into the flow of traffic, and it was nothing, man. I mean, you can tell everybody's kind of staying home, I guess. I hope this thing passes quickly, though, man. I mean, I'm ready to get back to some normal life, but you can bet one thing. I'm flying some airplanes this weekend, man. I'm not staying home. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to fly some airplanes, man. I need it mentally. I need to fly some airplanes. So, yeah.
Well,
video to come.
Well, it was like last night when Dave Marshall, shout out to Dave. Everybody should know him. If you don't, well, what rock have you been living under? The Air Marshal RC. Yeah, that's right. That's his channel, right? The RC Air Marshal. I'm sorry. Well, he did the real flight, and I used to play real flight all the time when I first started, but they didn't have no updates come out in a while, and it kind of got boring. But man, last night, that was like the first time I flew since December, maybe. Yeah, this was December because it was a Christmas party.
Gosh.
But
no, Brendan, I have not seen anybody doing the toilet challenge where they're licking a toilet seat. If you're that damn dumb,
no.
You got bigger problems than Corona, baby. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I just don't understand people nowadays. I mean, that's just, that's out there, guys.
Bring you up to speed, Jeff. There was this girl on, like, I think an airliner, and she took a picture, and this is on Facebook, because people that don't know, Jeff doesn't do Facebook. No. I only do Facebook just to reach out.
I do face-to-face every day, man. You know, so.
Right on. But she has she's licking a toilet seat on an airliner, and like she ain't playing just a tip. Like she is like full like in it, right? And I'm just jaw dropped. Like, when can we put some bleach in the gene pool and just let Mother Nature kind of just do its thing, right?
No doubt. Damn. You deserve to get sick and die. I'm just saying, if you're doing some shit like that, you just deserve to get sick.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. Well, then there was this asshat about 3 hours west of us. I don't know if you saw this, Jeff. It was on the news, and it was on Facebook as well. Well, he's going around. He's around Walmart. He's taking like a live stream, and he's like, I just test positive for Corona. Like, only thing that bothers me is my throat is itchy. Have like a slight headache, blah, blah, blah. And he's around like all these people. Well, come to find out, he doesn't have it. He's not positive. But the cops like traced it because the around here it kind of went viral, and they threw the book at him. Like, I think he got like 3 felonies charges on him. That was pretty epic.
What's up, Nate? How you doing, buddy? Nice videos coming out lately. Instagram stuff. Planes are looking good. You and Guniac. Hate to see your field closed down, Guniac. I mean, man, damn, that's weird, buddy, with all the flights you're normally putting out. I hate that for you. Randy Ruff, how you doing, buddy? Pilots are us. Yeah.
Dave's like, these stupid people, if they want a real challenge, don't lick the toilet seat. Go all out and straight up lick a stranger's hiney hole.
Boom! There you go.
Like, Dave, do you have experience on that? I know you're a Navy guy, and you're in the submarine, so it's like if you know, it'd be like you can run, but you can't hide. I'm gonna get that hidey hole.
My hiney's clean. My hiney's clean.
They got all these pictures of people like in full out like biohazard suits, and they're all like, man, they all died a horrible death. But did you see their heinies? Their assholes were clean. They were so clean. Oh man.
Oh man. So talk about Ryan's giveaway, man. What's coming? He hit 10,000 subs, man. Congratulations, Ryan.
Big shout out to Ryan. You're hitting those 10,000. I mean, that's a lot of freaking people.
Big, man. Yeah, that's a milestone, buddy. Yes, sir.
So his giveaway, in order to enter it, you've got to, I think it was like you email your comment or like a screenshot of the comment to the FAA.
A receipt.
Yeah, there you go. And which I deleted mine, so I may have to do another one because I sent mine.
I mean, here's what Ryan said the other night, Dustin. He said the guys like me, yourself, that have always been in his chats, in all his shows. You're in, basically, is what he was saying. I mean, because, I commented to the FAA, too. I didn't keep my receipts and stuff,
right,
but I did comment. I mean, and I think Ryan knows that about guys like us that care about this and love what we do. He gets it, man. So, he says any guys like us that have been in all of his shows and things, you're in. So he just said to email him at info@PilotRyanMedia and say, hey, Ryan, I want in, and you'll be into the drawing for, I think, 3 planes he's got, I believe it is, coming up. So
I hope one of them's a Pitts, because if so, that one's mine.
But yeah, definitely check it out, guys. info@PilotRyanMedia. Email him, say, I want in. And if you've been around for a while, like Dustin and I have, and a lot of these guys in the chat tonight, Ryan knows it, guys.
Yeah.
And, he's not going to exclude anybody. So definitely get your email into him. Let's burn him up, guys.
Hey, Victor. I didn't see. I thought I saw him before, but I just saw him now. My apologies. If you've been in here for a bit, buddy.
Yeah, Victor's been in for a while.
Hey, so Brandon, can I talk about the F-14? Are you cool with that? Because me and him have been working on the F-14 and just sharing content and data with each other for a hot minute. But so I reached out to my local hobby store because I've been wanting the FMS pits, and I know I've been talking about it for a while. And I'm not a 3D stunt flyer, and biplanes are but I don't know. It's just something about this pits. I had that UMX pits, and that was a fun bird. I mean, it really was. I got it for $25, so I can't complain there. And I was like, well, it's just $25. It's better than 120 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I had fun. I mean, it was actually really enjoyable, minus landing on grass because it just can't take it. But I like big planes. This one's 1,400 millimeters. It's 279. I mean, it's 100 millimeters shorter than the P-47, and it's $100 less. And after talking with Rich, RC Informer, he loves it. He's like, this thing is badass. I like it a whole lot more than the first edition, which is the white one by FMS. And he's like, this is a no-brainer, man. He's like, if you want a pits, that's the one to get. And so they're coming back in next week or the week after next. Within the next 2 weeks, they'll be back in stock, and I'll go pick me up. But I haven't been to the hobby store because I knew I'd probably end up walking out with something, and I really do want that pits. But so again, jumping back to the F-14, me and Brandon, we've been sharing data with each other just to kind of to see the improvements and see what we could get out of this bird. And Brandon actually, he put in the FMS Platinum 2100 kV motors with the Predator. I think they're 100 amp ESC. Brandon, correct me if I'm wrong on that. But anyhow, he texted me, I think it was like Sunday morning, and he was like, oh my gosh. I thought something maybe like happened, like maybe he crashed or like maybe it was like car accident, like something bad, right? Because typically people don't go, oh my gosh. And I was kind of like, what's going on? He goes, unlimited vertical. And right then I knew exactly what he meant. And like the L-14 is like, he went out there and flew that son of a gun. And which makes me want to get mine together. I'm working on the adapters so I can put my Guniac afterburners into my F-14 because I don't want to put it back together, fly it, and have to take it back apart to do all this. So I was working on that last night. Pretty much got that dialed in. But yeah, this is gonna be sweet. It's gonna be freaking sweet.
No doubt, definitely, and especially with all the upgrades both of you guys have done to this jet, man. It's a nice jet. F-14 is a sweet bird, man, and I can't wait to see definitely everything you guys have got going on with these different EDFs, and it's kind of we need to have definitely a comparison of them flying on grass because I think he flies on grass too, doesn't he?
Yeah, that he does, and that was like the biggest, I guess, reason why. And his takeoff shortened by 100 feet. So that's a major plus.
Yeah, that's huge.
Longer flight time as well. So I mean, the only negative is just the sheer cost of it, right? There's more positives to it, but it's just do you really want to sink in that much money into a plane, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's the thing, it's kind of like with the FMS, I mean, not the FMS, but the HSD F-16. I mean, damn, you know me, man, I'm chomping at the bit for this jet, but I mean, God, I mean, you're talking $1,500 by the time you get everything you need, and then, you got to wonder, is it warranted on grass? I mean, because nobody can seem to give you a good answer on that, man, and I mean, I think I can get it off, especially with the grass field we have. It's beautiful. You've seen it, But I mean, I'd like to know that it's covered in the event of anything, So I don't know, man. We'll have to see how that works out. But yeah, that's a beautiful jet, man. Definitely.
Dave Marshall, yes, Brandon's got the FMS 2100 kV, the Platinums. Which I think they only make the Platinums in 2100 kV, 80 millimeter. In Guniac, the only thing I've got so far is the static thrust comparison. I've got a video on my YouTube channel, so check that out a little bit later for guys that have it. The short story is I went from, I'm going by memory, I believe it was 7 pounds. I think it was like right at 7 pounds. 7 pounds to almost 10. So almost a 3 pound of thrust difference. And when I did the test for the end runners for motion, I didn't break them in. I literally just put them in there, put a charged battery, and like let it go. So we'll see. I'm very interested.
Yeah. Let's say so it's a beautiful jet though, man. I mean, you guys get it dialed in right. It's definitely.
It's a complicated jet though. I mean, it is, but as long as you break it up like in the little sections, right? Ailerons, rudder, sweeping the wings.
But again, that's part of modeling in this hobby, man. I mean, if you want to go buy a plane that you throw up and fly, and we all like that too. There's nothing wrong with that. They're out there. We all know what they are. But if you want a plane that you've actually got to work on, you've got to modify, you've got to build, so to speak, to make it perform at its best. I mean, you're going to spend money on it, any of them, if you want them to do better and than what they come out of the box. There's, this F-16 sitting right here. If I'd have bought it with factory system, well, it could have got off the ground at our field, but it wouldn't have been good with what I put in it. The upgraded in runner, the whole 9 yards. Man, you've seen this plane. It comes off the ground just like that. Flies great. So, yeah, I had to spend more money. Had to put a bigger ESC in it. But would I change that now? No. So, no matter what you want it to do, you know?
All right. Brendan, to answer your question, no, mine did not. It didn't drop altitude, but I put just a very little bit of input into the elevator, and just kind of just let the plane take off when it wanted to. But as soon as it came off the ground, gear up, flaps up, and I really didn't notice it dropping altitude because I was already in a nose up attitude. So sorry I couldn't be more helpful in that, but with your comment that it no longer does that after takeoff, which I'm happy for you. It pulls like a bunch of pissed off Amish horses. So
it's pretty good.
I mean, that's epic.
Yeah, that's good
on there. But also, touch base, because of this virus pandemic thing going around, a few people, well, a good bit of people have asked me to hold out, if I could have the ability to hold out as far as the F-14 plates go and that whole pre-order goes. I talked to my supplier yesterday. They're having some shipping issues of getting material in. So I obliged. So we're going to push this stuff. We're going to push this back by another week to 2 weeks at the most, just until things kind of like calm down, allow everybody to get back to normal, get that income back in. Because I don't know how many will be extra, but I don't want to have a lot of product on the shelf because it just take up space, and there's hardly any markup in it. I'm just basically charging for my time and my machine time. And so if somebody really wants it, I hate for them to go without, because I'm not just going to run a whole nother run of them just for one person. Not to sound rude, but at the time I've got to keep my business running effectively. So just a heads up. Dave, so, and we all know how pissed Amish horses can get. Do you have a story you may want to tell us one Monday night?
Too.
I think that'd be pretty interesting. Dave just got some stories, man. I saw where Amy posted today. You're in your pajamas, cleaning out the pool, or helping Harry, which is the frog that apparently comes and takes a swim in your pool every day.
Hey, look, we had one of those in our pool, man. It was a big-ass bullfrog, dude. He was so big, he'd crap on the steps at night, man. He was huge.
Man.
Yeah. I had to get him and sell him somewhere, man. I mean, and just try. I didn't want to kill him, but damn, I'm like, bud, you got to go, man. You outstayed your welcome here, buddy.
Right.
My wife's like, you're not going to kill him, are you? I'm like, not today. But if he keeps on, so... Yeah, he was big, man. He'd be in there swimming around. I expect to see him do a backstroke anytime, But
oh man.
But yeah, so Ray, so I gotta get this thing here, man. This is the next project. I gotta get this baby here up and going. I got to get the afterburners installed. Hope to get some building done before Dustin comes and takes it from me.
It's fine.
AL-37. I got to get my library for it done. Yeah, but at least I got some stuff to work on, man. I figure if I'm going to be quarantined to the damn house, at least I got some things I'm glad I can work on. So
right,
what did you guys work on? What are you guys doing? What projects are you guys? Or is anybody flying this weekend? What are you flying? Talk to us, guys. What's going on, man?
You can, let's see. LJ, Hobby Life. You can run the L-14 through a 6-channel You got your 4 basic controls, right? Ailerons, ailerons, flaps, rudder, elevator, landing gear, sweeping wings. You can run it like that. RC Informer Rich, that's how he runs his, but he has since modified it to make it fly even better. Yes, you need a 9-channel. I run a DX9, and I use all the channels in it. And that way you can... So it runs tailerons when the wings are swept, but the ailerons are still moving. And so when you have the aileron down and then you have the elevator, aileron goes down, elevator comes up, and so that elevator is in dirty air, and so it doesn't really have enough bite. And so what you can do is tone the ailerons down so they don't move nearly as much, but you're going to do anyway because if you ever see a Mirage, people their ailerons, for example, they run them at stupid low numbers, 25%, because if you run that son of a gun at 100%, it's going to be a drill bit. You'll be up inverted before you know it, and in the ground. But so question is has people seen the Hangar 9 that new? I don't know if they call it a Cub or a Piper. That's it's 106 inches, 100 and it's freaking huge.
Huge.
It's huge. Why do you keep calling the virus the China virus? It came from China. That's messed up. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, the Cub Crafters Carbon Cub FX3 100 to 200 cc. This is a bad Mamma Jamma. It's huge.
It is big.
It is freaking huge. I wonder if they actually show. Do they? No, they don't. That's sad. I thought they had like a person holding it. Because it's just monstrous. And then look at that tail wheel. That tail wheel is. I mean, it's just huge. Oh, there we go.
Where you been? Yeah.
Look how big that Joker is. I would love to have it, but for $1,800, there's a lot of planes I can buy. I think I'd rather have that F-16 HSD, to be honest with you, but
yeah,
I got a soft spot.
Look at that face. Look at that.
That's one cute pup. One cute pup.
He's a good boy. Hey man, he'd be starting a damn show. What are you talking about?
Everybody's like, I ain't here to watch you. Or
Yeah,
I
really.
ain't here to watch Dustin and Jeff. I'm here to watch them.
That's right. I'm here to see the puppy. Pet the puppy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like therapy relief, man. He's a good boy.
Oh, dogs are something else, buddy.
Hey man, this dog is sweet. He's awesome. He's a golden doodle.
Mm-hmm.
He's so sweet, man. His name's Mason. Great dog. He's only 4 months old and he is amazing. Sweetest dog ever. I've got a 125-pound Doberman who is amazing. But this dog here, smarts-wise, it's just a different mentality. Excellent dog. He goes to work with me every day. Clients love him. He's like therapy for them to rub and touch. He will be a therapy dog. But yeah, I had heard how smart these dogs were, and I've got a friend of mine that actually breeds them, and a client that we watched hers that is now a year old grow up, and we were so sold on hers and how sweet and kind it was that we just had to get one. And they're definitely amazing dogs. Definitely.
How about Brandon? He's like, $1,800? That's an F-14 and an extra set of batteries. I'm like, that's like 2 F-14. You have your own daggone squadron. F-14s. Man, or like a Corsair, you could have every No, not really. I was about to say, if you had like if you go the Horizon E-Flight route, you could probably buy about 7 planes and fly a plane every different day of the week for that.
LJ Hobby Life. It is actually the Runner that Motion RC recommended as an upgrade for this jet. I fly it on 6000s, and the ESC actually is still 130 amp ESC that came out of a T45 Goshawk that I planted before I got my second T45 that I love. So yeah, it's just the upgraded Runner, and man, it makes all the difference in the world in this jet. So if you're gonna get one, definitely upgrade the EDF in this plane, and you'll be glad you did. And I fly off grass, so I don't know what you fly off of, but it's definitely worth it, and it doesn't hesitate now, man, whatsoever. So, and a few people had said it was kind of sluggish with its stock setup. I could see that. So with the new Runner that Motion RC recommends putting in it, you'll be pleased with it, man.
Yeah, LJ, this is here you go. Well, let me move old Jeffy over here right quick.
Yeah, put up what's supposed to be in it, man.
Yeah, so here's your 90 millimeter Runner that Jeff's running in his. I've seen it fly at his field, and I've always wanted this plane for a while, just because, again, bigger plane are just better. And he flies the absolute snot out of it.
Yeah.
It's got a good, pretty, considering like how much it weighs, because the landing gear really take the weight penalty, but it's really cool landing gear. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But I mean, you still get like 3 minutes of good flight time out of it.
Yeah. I can't complain with anything. Flight time, I was getting definitely 3 minutes on it. I was still coming down at 3.8, 3.84. And I'm not killing it. I'm flying at scale. A few verticals, few rolls, but I'm not wide ass open the whole time. If that's what you want, that ain't the jet. So just saying. But yeah, matter of fact, Todd Breida, which, hey Todd, hope you're doing well. Todd works for Motion RC, guys, and he just got this F-16 90 millimeter and upgraded it with everything. He actually reached out to me and asked me what I put in mine, and he works with Motion. And he did the same setup I did, and he's flying his now and loves it. Painted it Arctic camo, just like mine. Yeah, the new stuff that they're recommending for this jet takes it to a different level. So definitely do it.
Hey, Archer Aviation. I fly at my farm, my parents' farm. So I fly there. Like my prop planes, I can fly there, but my jets, I have to go to the field. My field that I typically go to is actually a crop field. They just rent us the little area that we want to fly in for our runway, and I mean that's private land, so state can't shut it down as far as I know. Guys are still flying there every day, all day. Hey Dennis Farley, sneaked in on in here, buddy. And no, I don't have no skippies with me. It's in my other office on the other side of the
No
building.
peanut butter, damn.
Yeah, I got stuff in my game.
So what are you talking about putting the 1650 kV in, Ray? What are you talking? Outrunner. It's a cheap upgrade, only $79. Big step up. What are you talking about putting that in?
I'm assuming that's an FMS, maybe? FMS 90? Is it 1650 kV? Would actually help if I actually put like. Why is it coming up free wing? Wow, wow, wow. I guess it might be.
He said no.
Oh, so it is on motion. Okay.
Brandon, my Goshawk is a T45 from Free Wing, man. It's actually hanging. Hang on a minute. Let me see. Grab this camera. It's right there, buddy. So that's it right there. That's the T45 Goshawk from Free Wing. An amazing jet, man. Love that jet. Dustin actually strapped a damn camera to it this past summer, man, and I flew the snot out of it, but his camera wasn't working, so we didn't get the footage.
Yeah.
But that T45 is beautiful. The scale on it, the detail. I painted it a little bit different than just stock. I did upgrade the EDF on it as well to a bigger EDF. I put the afterburner ring from RC Castle in it. We got the 9-channel Spectrum AS3X in it. And I fly it on 8S. And man, she's bad mamma jamma. It flies incredibly well off grass. And it's just an awesome jet, man. Until you got it and you fly it, I can't even tell you, man. You'll love it. It's great.
Yeah, you did a really good job in that. What was always cool about the T45 is it had like the front slats.
Yeah,
back and
sweet.
forth. Like that's sweet. I mean, just to have that feature in it. So
that's what I say, man. The scale of the jet is just incredible. Then you got the air brakes on the back. Just so many cool features about that jet, man. You just can't help but love it. The light up cockpit is another cool feature. I don't know, man. It's a sweet jet, definitely. But do not fly it stock on grass, because if you do, it's a pig. Talk about the F-14 being a pig, Brendan. You'll hate it. Go ahead and step up to the 8S, get what you need, man. Make it fly right. If you do, you'll thank me. You'll love it. It's a wonderful flying jet, and it just lands and dials in so good, man.
I want to say, Goodyear, what did the F-16 originally come with as far as the EDF? I can't remember. I want to say that
it was the 1450 kV that came in the Goshawk. That's what it originally had, and that's why it's a pig if you don't upgrade, because the Goshawk had the 1450 kV, and it's a pig out of the box. So the Goshawk on stock setup is a 1450 kV 6S bird. Do not do it that way. That's why I took the Goshawk, I went up to the 8S, moved up to the bigger Inrunner EDF. I did the same thing on this Free Wing as F-16 as well, because it's got the same motor that the Goshawk has in it from the factory, and it's a pig. Even Wesley Boozer said the same thing. But if you step it up, it's a great flying jet. You know, you got to go ahead and pump it up out of the box, man.
Right. So, Goodyear, so the F-16 originally had the 1450. So was the motor, like the size of the motor, was it still the same size? Because honestly, well, I mean, and granted, I'm still learning every day. All right, that's only 200 kV difference, right? So that's 200 RPM difference per volt in a perfect world. Times, let's just say 23 for ease of conversation. What is that? I'm just curious here. So that's 200 times 23. So that's 4,600 more RPM. So yeah, I mean that definitely gives you some more thrust.
Right, and Ray's right. I mean, they went from the 1450 up to the 1650 now, I believe, and then you throw the, with the Inrunner, it makes this jet come alive.
Right.
And like I said, that's on 6S. Now the Goshawk, I stepped it up to the 8S. Huge difference on that jet, and it rolls out. I mean, you've seen that jet fly, man. It doesn't hesitate. Got plenty of power, and I fly it about little over half throttle typically because it'll get up and go with that 8S system in it.
Hey, Josh, it's true, man. Like the L14, like go look at my videos. Like as far as flying it that day, yeah, I wasn't yanking on the back of the stick on liftoff like I do with the L39 or the FMS Bayhawk. Like you have to treat that son of a gun with care, or you'll stall it pretty easy. At least that's what it feels like. Now, Rich Baker, RC Informer, he flies his stock. But he also is a pilot, full-time pilot, and he knows about conserving energy and stuff like that, which,
Right.
I just fly. I got batteries already charged to get back up, so.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing, man. I mean, it's just like this T-45. I could fly. I flew the first one on 6S. I took off with it on our grass field. But I ended up crashing it. It just did not have the power. And so that's why on the second one, because I thought, you know what, it's not going to beat me. I went out, I bought the ARF. I put in 8S. I did what I wanted to. The 6S will fly, guys. But it took almost our whole 1,000-foot runway and me yanking it to get it to lift off. Matter of fact, a couple of guys were saying abort, abort. And I thought, screw this. I'm this far. I yanked back on the elevator. She went up. She took off. But it was a pig in the air, Josh. Yes, it was a pig. Oink, oink. And, yeah, I mean, that Goshawk, man, it's a big plane. It's a heavy, but you can feel it in the air. It is a heavy bird in the air, and you guys know what I'm talking about when I say heavy. Some people say, well, how can you tell a plane's heavy in the air if it's flying? You know, if you've flown enough jets, you know what I'm saying. It feels heavy in the air. And that Goshawk did on 6S. It felt heavy as hell. And so that's why I went to the 8S. And it does amazing. The F-16 on the original 1450 kV that the Goshawk had, yeah, it was a pig as well. With the new Inrunner and everything I put in it, it does great. Now, what I will say, I took the original 1450 that came in the Goshawk and I put it in my Stinger 90, and baby, she rips. You know what I'm saying? That woke that damn Stinger up because I think it was a 1350 kV, went up to the 1450, and it woke it up really nicely. So that Stinger 90, she'll fly really well, and I made it look like a Goshawk as well. Check out the video, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, some of these plays, man, they're pigs, and the F-14 was really like my first like true definition of a pig flying in the air. It's just, you give it a command, and it's very like sluggish, lethargic. Yep. You're really having to put a lot more input into it to get it to do what you want. Sidetrack or sidestep, yes, that could be because of your rate setup. I understand that, but still. But Josh talking about oink oink pig.
Yeah. I mean, look, you know what? You guys know, man. If you fly a jet such as the BEA Hawk, the Stinger, some of the Avantis, you guys know what I'm talking about. If they fly good, if they're light in the air. But you take a big jet, you can tell immediately if it feels heavy in the air. You know the feeling on the sticks. You can feel it. You guys know what I'm saying?
This is true. Yeah, guys. Goodniak's talking about the FMS EDFs. Talking about the FMS. Well, hold on, Ray. We don't know that yet. I haven't flown mine. We don't know if it's better. FMS typically, yes, is better. But no, I mean, unlimited vertical on a 13-pound plane, like, that's something. I mean, that's something. There is nothing to take lightly on that. But I don't know. I was kind of watching the History Channel, YouTube, the History Channel on YouTube last night. I was talking about the F-4 Phantoms over Vietnam engaging MiGs and how two pilots Our two F4s took out 2 MiGs. There was a total of 4 of them. And so that got me interested back into the F-14, or excuse me, the F-4. The F-4 is very unique.
Yeah, it is, and I love my F4. The biggest thing I would tell anybody with that F4 is to go ahead and upgrade the elevator servo in that plane and make the linkage a little stiffer. Because several of us guys have had issues with the factory servo, and we've all gone to high-tech servos, and we've upgraded the linkage. And I think you'll be glad you did, because I saw one go in the ground from it. The servo just quit. Oof. My first servo just quit. I was able to save it. And then another friend of mine, his servo, upon landing, he was coming down the runway and was trying to move it. It wasn't working. It burned out. He got it on the ground just in time. So definitely, if you're going to fly that F4, guys, upgrade that servo in the elevator. You'll be glad you did.
Josh asked, "What is another plane that's a pig?" Because you're so enthusiastic. You're enthusiasm.
The F4 is a pig. F4 is a pig. It's a great flying jet. It looks great in the air. It presents well. It's a heavy plane in the air, but it's a pig. I've got mine on 8S as well. I would not have it in a 6S. The 8S flies great. It's got good power off the grass, but to me, it's a pig as well. I couldn't imagine flying that jet off grass with a 6S system. Your thoughts, Dustin, but that's just me, man.
I haven't flew the Freewing. I did have the E-flite. I had some trouble with it, or I had a trouble with like 4 of them. But different story. I'll save that later for a different story or a different show. But the 80 millimeter, I was very, very happy as far as the efficiency. I was only flying around, say, half throttle to like 70% throttle. Came down, I was using a 5,000 milliamp battery, and I flew it for like 5.5 minutes. But I was just doing a pattern. I wasn't doing like loops. I did do a few inline rolls, but I didn't do no loops or anything like that, or Cuban 8s. I just was doing just a pattern just to get used to it. On it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful jet, and I love it, man. But again, that F4 can have its quirks too, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those jets you got to spend more money on, man, right out of the box, if you want to. Now, you know, if you got guys flying off of Geotech or asphalt, you probably don't. But you know, guys, when we're flying off grass, and it can be the most manicured grass out there, which is, I think we have. It just takes more power, more thrust, more energy to get off the ground. And if you guys watch some of my videos on YouTube, you'll see us flying that F4. It flies beautifully. But you don't see what's behind the scenes that we've done to get this jet performing well and flying as good as you see it flying off the grass, and landing as well as you see it. First time I think I landed on it, or second time, I broke the nose gear pin because that's a weak link on that F4 if you don't land on the mains first. But so is the E-flite. The E-flite, the nose gear is another weak link on that jet as well. It'll have a tendency to collapse on you. But the E-flite is a great. I don't think it's as heavy from what I've seen and guys at our field that fly.
It's not. The F4, like if you're all about scale, the Freewing version's better. But if you want to have something that has, dare I say, better performance, I mean, it is better performance because you can fly it longer. And don't really care as much about scale fidelity. Like, as long as it looks like an F4, cool. I'm not into it and taking the canopy or taking the canopy apart and painting the instrumentation. I don't have the patience for it, and I don't have the time. I just want to get out there and fly. So if you're that type of mindset, the E-flite is a better buy in it. But guys, check this out. So this is Corsair Nuts. This is RC Geek. This is his F-14 that he repainted. I believe he's got the Guniac afterburners here, and I mean, this is a bad plane. I mean, the F14 comes with the stickers and decals already applied to them. So to go and repaint a plane like this, that's a lot of work to do that. He also had added the tail hook. I mean, this guy's all about scale, and he's a great modeler. And you can check out his channel again, Corsair Nuts. But it's just a bad plane.
Yeah, that does look sweet. Man, yeah, love it. Very nice. And again, you know, guys, these planes and jets are such nice platforms. You know, it all depends on if you like to model or not. If you don't, they're great right out of the box. If you do, you got a platform that you can do amazing things with, such as the tanks that Motion RC has now, or the boats. I mean, you know, the boats are very scale as they are. I don't know. I mean, the boats are great. Boats don't really move me. I mean, and I got a lake house, man. I could drive all the boats I want. I can appreciate them, but I'd rather have a plane instead of a boat. I like the tanks. I love to detail a tank. I'd love to paint a tank like the Boozers are doing. I think that's great. But at the end of the day, I'd still rather have an airplane any day. So it's just a matter of what you like and what you'd rather have. But that's the nice thing with Motion RC now. They're diversifying, and they have a little something for everybody. I like the construction equipment. I'd love to have the backhoe and the dump trucks. You know, if I was going to buy something, that's what I would buy other than the airplanes, you know?
They've got, there's this channel, RC Spark. And it's like these guys that sit around and kind of like crack jokes to each other and drinking beer. And they have like their own little mining operation. But it's all RC. Like,
yeah.
And it's pretty cool. And they have a, I believe he painted it as a Komatsu excavator. And if you don't, for the guys that don't know, I used to work for Caterpillar for mini excavators. I was a hydraulic guy, design engineer for them. And these excavators have real pumps and like real valves, and they use real hydraulics to power these things. And
cool.
He's like, oh, you can get them off of like, you contact this guy off eBay, blah, blah, blah. So I contacted him. I was like, you know, kind of just curious, how much are these? Because they're all metal, so I knew they'd be pretty pricey. But they're like $3,500. And I'm like, what? Like, it's very cool, but it ain't that cool.
No.
But hey, I mean, if you're into that, hey, props to you. If you got the affordable income to buy it, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Well, it's like guys flying turbine jets instead of, you know, foam jets and things like we fly. It's all, you know, that's the wonderful thing. RC is RC, and it's a matter of what you want to put into it. You know, you can buy trucks that are $100 or trucks that are $700 and $800 and on up, depending on the scale. Same thing with planes. You can buy a plane that's $100, like the UMX Timber. Love it. Excellent flying plane. Have a great time with mine. Or you can buy a jet that's $70, $80, $90, $100,000. Depends on what you want to spend and what you want to do. I mean, there's something out there for everybody. I can't spend that kind of money, you know, but there are guys that do. And it's just like these boats. I think some of these boats that Motion's come out with now are what, upwards of $700 and $800.
Yeah, that was the battleship.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that is huge.
Yeah. Now they get an aircraft carrier that can land one of these planes on, we might talk. You know.
Hey, buddy, I've got some 2-inch, some 4-inch rigid insulation. We can make something, right?
That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. That's right. Build our own aircraft carrier, man, you know? There's the story for you.
Yeah, like, check this. I mean, like, this Fletcher destroyer. That is pretty cool. I mean, the scale fidelity with these boats is something else. Like, that's pretty awesome. But it's kind of like a plane, right? If it sinks, you can call me. I'm a scuba diver. I'll come get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, they're beautiful, and I appreciate the scale of them so much. Just like the tanks, I appreciate the scale and all the detail that Wesley and some of these other people have put into them. I love to detail a tank. Now, don't get me wrong. I can detail the snot out of a tank, but after one, I think I'm kind of done. I'd love to do one in Arctic camo just to match the plane here. But I don't know. I did trucks before. I had Traxxas, man. I had nice big Traxxas trucks. And for me, they just didn't give me the rush that an airplane does. You got to fly a plane, man. You got to land a plane. You got to be on top of your game to do it. A truck, you flip it over, you go turn it back over, you drive again. It's cool. It's great. We've got a killer track here in Greenville where I live. I'm talking a nice state-of-the-art dirt track. Mm-hmm. Beautiful, man. Just, it didn't do it for me. I went and did it for a while with my son. It just did not do it for me. I went back to the airplanes. Now, the helicopters, the big Robans, dude, I'd give anything to have somebody teach me how to fly helicopters really well, because now that is a skill set. And I would love to get into flying these big scale helicopters. I just think they're awesome, man. They're great.
Hey, guys, I want to ask y'all this. If you guys can help me, that would be awesome. I've been trying to find a model of the USS Yancey. Now, the reason why it's the Yancey is my grandfather served in Vietnam. That was a ship that took him from, I think it was San Diego, or it might have been Hawaii, to Vietnam. And I ended up finding his, I think they call it a ship annual, which is like a yearbook for that cruise, or maybe it called a cruise book. But I ended up finding that online, and he had his picture in there, which is pretty darn cool. But I think you could get a really big kick if I could either find the model of this. If it's already put together, I'll pay for it. I'd rather it already be put together because, again, I don't have time. Or if I could find like a really nice poster of it, that would be really cool. So if you guys could help me out on that, I would appreciate that tremendously.
Hey, buddy. Yeah.
I've got some cool stuff, guys. Check this out. I showed this to Dustin a couple of weeks ago. This right here, guys. This is a magazine, I guess is what it was. Used to come out back in the 40s. And it's a Sports Afield, world's #1 sportsman's magazine is what they're calling it. Aircraft Portfolio, first edition, listing sportsman's type aircraft. Hope all you guys can see this. This is pretty cool. Okay, so when you open it up, guys, it looks like a folder, almost a manila folder. And basically what comes in here is all the different airplane types that you can buy. And I mean, the prices are here too. These are like window stickers. So it tells you the standard equipment. See if I can zoom in on that. It's got all your standard equipment on the plane. And then there's a nice picture on the back of the plane with the price tag. All the specs on the plane. These are all original, guys. Now these are original. You got your Beechcraft here, guys, with your picture. And like I said, this was published in 1941, I think. Now this is a Beechcraft model D1 8S. It's $60,000 in its day. Okay, there's the price tag, $60,000. That's the plane. Is that not sweet? When you let it have that, Dustin?
That would be epic.
That's killer, isn't it? But guys, look, a friend of mine, he was a military man. He died. I got this stuff from him. But this is killer right here. This is something, guys, that you can't replace every day. This also came in there. You guys ever seen anything like this? How to fly a Piper Cub. This is what came with the Cub in the day. Check out the hand signals on the back of this book. Now the copyright date on the inside of this book is 1941. And it goes through everything on how to start it, how to fly it, learn to fly. Easy and practical. I mean, this is so cool, guys. I was like, when I got this, I was like, man, no way. You know, this is so, and it's all original, guys. I mean, check the pictures and the illustrations out in this thing, man. Are they not killer? I mean, for 1941, I mean, they're beautiful. That was called Sea Scouts. Specifications. Gives you all the specs on the Sea Scout. And you can buy any Piper Cub model for 1/3 down and convenient payments by the month. I'm trying to see, does it tell what the price on this one is? And I don't see a price on that one. But I mean, guys, this is history, man. This is so cool right here. Show you this. It does look. Check out here's your instrumentation, all your points on the plane.
Where's my B-25?
Let me look through the manual here, sir, and see what we can find for you.
I'll take 2 of them.
Really, right now, right?
One that I can fly, and one that, I was gonna say one I can fly, and the one my wife can fly.
Let's see. We got the Commonwealth Sky Ranger, the Stinson Voyager 150, the Culver Model 5, the Eurocoupe 415C, Elson, what's this? Hellman Winglet, the Fairchild Model F24. There you go. That's sweet right there, isn't it? Fairchild. The Funk B85C. There you go. Check that out, guys.
That's like a Pitts and a Cub got drunk.
Sort of, kind of, yeah. It's kind of chubby, right?
At the club.
We got the Grumman G44A, Wigeon, the Harlow, the Hockaday Comet.
Hockaday Comet.
Yeah, man. The Lockheed Saturn. Yeah, check that baby out. That's nice there.
Thanks, John, for tuning in. See you next time, buddy.
Let's see what else we got here. But like I said, guys, this is all original, man. I mean, this stuff is the real deal. They sent this out to buy your plane with. Isn't that sweet right there?
That's gorgeous.
That's a Ryan Model SC. It's got your name all over it, Pilot Ryan. Now check this seaplane out. Isn't that cool?
There you go. You can take that to the lake.
No doubt, right? See, Taylorcraft Custom, Spartan, the Jarvis model. And these are all your aircraft manufacturers, guys, that came in this book, so you know what was in here. Let's see, the Ronica Champion, Beechcraft. This is kind of like a Pitts here.
Oh yeah. That's
the Beechcraft there. That's sweet. That was, look at that price tag, guys. $29,000. You can have you one of those.
Man, I just had to save my lunch money up for about, I don't know, 30 years.
This one was $3,000. The All-American, what is it, Ensign? Isn't that sweet?
Oh, what? That's a convertible? No, okay. It looked like it was because I couldn't see the dome over it.
That's sweet. Yeah, so I mean, just cool planes in here, man. I'm not seeing. This is the closest thing, I think, to what you were talking about there.
That's okay. I can just throw stuff out the windows. It's alright.
That's cool right there. That Beechcraft Bonanza.
Mm-hmm.
$7,345. Flyaway price. You can get it today.
So, I did, for a small, brief moment, I did look at the, what was the name of the brand? Kit Fox planes? Because there's a lot of them used.
Uh-huh.
I thought about buying one, but I'm like, man, I gotta spend like 12 grand just to go get my pilot license.
No kidding, right?
Oh man, but that'd be cool. Hey, to load up my planes, load up or a few
Yes.
planes, fly out to your field, and then fly back. That'd be free. That'd be
Yep.
awesome.
Well, that's the thing, man. That day, Bill and I flew and put it out on our video on my channel. God, we left the airport here in Greenville, man, and we flew all the way to Washington, North Carolina in a matter of, 15 minutes or so. And landed, turned around, came back, flew over our field again, went back to the Greenville airport. We had a ball, man. It was a beautiful day for flying today. And Bill's got a
It's like a
Cessna.
Is it like a 172 Cessna? I think maybe.
Yes, yeah, and real nice plane. He's also a pilot instructor, and he flies private jets for individuals as well. Matter of fact, he flew to the Bahamas yesterday, flew to Florida, turned around and came back. He had some flying he had to do for some people yesterday with their jet, but he flies second seat. And loves it, man. I'm like, bud, you need to get me up in that thing and let me cruise with you sometime, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So how are you doing tonight, Mr. Cody Adair? Are you doing good, man? Yeah, I mean, I hope you are, man, because, yeah, we've been killing it. Me and the wife here, man, you know the deal. You saw the pictures I sent you, man. You know what's going on, buddy. And, yeah. Hope you're liking it, man. It's going to be great. Looking really nice and excited. You know, this virus has kind of thrown us in a mess as far as certain things and kind of slowed us down a little bit. Having to keep my son straight, entertain him right now that he's not in school. So we kind of had to regroup on things as well. But yeah, man, we're close, and I hope you're liking what I sent you today. I hope you like what you see. If you didn't see my Instagram, I posted something on Instagram, I think yesterday, at Jeff's Custom RC. Check it out. Hope you'll like that too. And yeah, and I am teasing you, man. I got to tease you a little bit, buddy. That's great.
Hey, Wes, appreciate you joining us, buddy. Yeah, whatever Jeff is doing for you, I know what he can do, and you're gonna love it.
Hey man, it's gonna be good. My wife has been an amazing help. I mean, you know, Dustin is an amazing machinist, and my wife is a self-taught machinist as well, so to speak. I come up with the designs and put it on paper from here, and she designs it on the CAD files in the computer and puts it to the machine. And so yeah, it's you, Dustin, you know how that is, Josh Weaver, all you guys that run these machines. I don't have the patience for you guys. I can see it here and I can put it on paper and I can draw it. I can do blueprints for you, but that's as far as I go, man. The computer part of it, you guys you're awesome at what you do, and my wife has done a fantastic job with this thing. And yeah, won't be long now, buddy. Wait on, just a little bit more. We're with me.
Dave Marshall was saying that he got an idea for you. Private salon on a private jet.
Damn right.
Do hair in the air.
There you go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Look, I told a client today, as a matter of fact, she's stressing out about me doing her hair come Thursday, you know, because they're closing us down tomorrow. They just bought a brand new, nice, big RV. I'm like, hey, girl, calm down. Just let me get that RV. I'll do your hair. We'll make house calls. There ain't no problem. We'll ride all over town, and we'll get everybody done. You know what I mean? So
I'd be like, Uber.
I got a plan for this. But I like that RC air thing, man, with the hair in the air. Killer. Love
Hair
it.
done in the air.
That's right.
Pretty slick. Very, very slick.
That's better than the Mile High Club, ain't it, man?
I don't know about that. Now that, wait,
Hey.
I have never, right hand to Jesus. I've never done the Mile High Club.
Shit. What's up, Wesley? Boozers, what's happening, guys? How are you doing tonight? Glad to have you here. Thanks for stopping in.
Cody, not necessarily on lockdown, they're starting to go through the list of like non-essential businesses. And what's stupid about it is they're closing like skating rinks, so roller and ice, hair salons. There's like a few other ones like video rental stores if they're still around.
ABC store is exempt though, and that's what's killing me. I'm thinking,
it's the government. The government's like, give me the money, give me the money.
Yeah.
But so they're gonna close down tattoo parlors, beauty shops, nail salons, that type of thing, massage salons. So no more happy endings. And but like dry cleaners, they're not closing those down, and I would think that would kind of go together hand in hand.
Yep.
With like the beauty segment maybe to a certain degree. But but we'll see. But that's what they're doing tomorrow. But
yeah, and it's bad, man, because I mean, people, my wife and I work together. We're self-employed, man, and I mean, they're pulling money off my table, man, a lot of money. And I mean, fortunately, we're gonna be okay. But you look at the people out there, man, that live day to day, paycheck to paycheck. I mean, you're not letting the man get paid. You're going to have some civil uprising, man. It's not going to be good. I mean, unless the grocery stores are going to open their doors and start handing out free food, and I don't think that's going to happen. It's not good for people, man. And I don't know. I think it's sad when you're going to close down certain places, but you're not closing down liquor stores that most people. They drink, they get ugly, they want to fight, they want to act, crazy. I don't know. I thought when places were in a state of emergency, a lot of times places like that would close to help kind of keep people from killing each other. I'm just saying. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Just weird where they're coming up with all this stuff, man. I don't know.
Cody, what part of North Carolina are you coming to? Oh, sorry. I didn't see that. You're heading to Charlotte.
Charlotte. I hear you. That's about 4 hours from us, man.
Yeah, so I'm like in central North Carolina. Jeff is between me and halfway to the coast, and then Charlotte is on the west side of the state. But if we had some leeway, we could possibly like meet up in, I don't know, like Greensboro. That's only like an hour for me, hour and a half for me.
Yeah.
We could meet up.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours for me. But hey, you know what? Cody, man, I could probably work that out.
Well, you get here and you can ride with me. We all can get it.
Yeah, I might get Bill to fly me there. What you talking about?
Oh boy.
Yeah, man. Hey, you got to call in the favors where you can, man.
Right. Hey, Ray's asking, did you get your replacement light in?
Not that I know of. I haven't checked the mail yet, Ray, outside at the end of the driveway, so I don't know. It may be in the box. I know things have been slowed down. I've been hearing it from a lot of clients. So I haven't seen it as of yet. Doesn't mean it's not in the box today, though. So
right.
If I get it, I'll hit you up on Instagram and let you know, though, man.
Do you buy stuff, like a lot of stuff from Amazon? Do you have Amazon Prime? Do you use it?
Yes, I do.
Have you noticed, like, I don't know if you bought anything recently, but if you look at something, instead of being like 2 days, it's like 4 days out.
Yeah, we just ordered some stuff actually for the project that I'm working on for someone, Cody, and it took several more days to get certain things here than it normally would because of everything that's going on. And I've had several of my clients talk about things that are normally shipped that are quick, taking longer time frames to get as well. So, yeah, it's definitely it's hitting everybody, definitely.
Hey, kind of got a curious idea since we got you guys here. Is make sure I actually didn't miss my chair sitting back down. Some of y'all may have saw this. This is big, I know. but I'm actually thinking about making it about yay big. This was kind of like a tool tray to hold some of your tools that you would need. So like 2.5, 2 millimeter, 3 or 4 millimeter, or Phillips head, flathead, whatever, screwdrivers. Also, you can use this for your bins for screws, set screws, what have you. However, since it's aluminum, it's not magnetic. But on the back, there is some real thin magnetic tape that you can get from McMaster-Carr. And so that's what these are inlaid for. So you put that on there, and then now these trays become magnetized. And so your aluminum screws, steel screws, will now stay in place and not wallow around. But kind of just thinking, like, is this something you guys probably would be interested in? Again, this is the first prototype. This is the actual first part I ever made with my new machine. But just, I've been kind of cooking on it, sitting on it for a little bit, just to see. But some other things have taken off, and I'm kind of going back to that because I already got most of the stuff in.
And it's a cool tray, guys. I've actually seen it firsthand, held it, very lightweight, and it's awesome to put your stuff on or a little organization on your table. Looks really nice, definitely.
So Guniac's saying that the package is stating that it was delivered the 21st.
Okay, yeah, the day's what, the 24th?
Yeah.
I don't know, not unless it's on my front porch. I don't know if it hasn't come in the mailbox because I know my wife checked mail yesterday or so. That might be on the front porch. I don't know. I haven't looked. I will definitely look tonight. And just see, because the 24th, the 21st, and the day's the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, should be. I'll definitely check into that, Ray, and see. Matter of fact, I'd like to go out right now and check, because now you piqued my curiosity. Yeah, what I say.
Wesley, what are you talking about? You talking about like airplane stands? But this was something I did is for guys that have like a Remington 700, it's actually a bolt knob. A weighted bolt knob helps for when you chamber a cartridge and eject a cartridge. And a buddy of mine, he loves Deadpool, and so maybe you can see it if I get the light just right, maybe. Anyhow,
move over to your left some, Dustin. Move it over. Keep coming. Keep going. Keep going.
Right there.
Yeah, but it's not showing up on my screen. I can barely see it, so they might not can see it either. No, you need to move over some with your hand. The other way.
I was trying to get it reflected underneath the light so you could see it more.
I know, but I'm not even barely seeing your knuckles in the camera, is what I'm telling you. But if I'm not seeing it, they're probably not.
I'm sorry. It's because I got you so big.
Well, hey.
Damn, that sounded so wrong.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. All right. Good night, guys. Let's end the show. Bye.
Yeah, right there. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, Archie.
Okay. So let's try it this time. So you can see. You can see it.
I'm not seeing it in my screen. I'm just saying. So if I'm not seeing it, I doubt they're seeing it, right?
Are you seeing it on your phone? Are you following it on your phone? Because I'm looking at the preview and I can see it. You can see Deadpool.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I see it more on the phone now. Yeah, now I'm seeing it. Yeah.
Loose knuckles.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
okay,
man.
I'm looking at 3 damn different screens, man. Come on.
Come on, man. You
gotta that looks good.
You gotta be amphibious. So, guys that don't know, there was an NC State basketball player, and he had really good control over the basketball. Anyhow, one of the reporters asked him, how did he come so good or whatnot? And he goes, I'm just amphibious like that. He's like, I'm just a good amphibious player.
Jesus, amphibious.
Oh, man.
Oh. Hey man, I'm still learning all this stuff, Cody. If it weren't for Dustin and my wife, man, like I said, I'm not a techie, man. I'm just here, having fun, um, very creative, and I see a lot of stuff here, but putting it everywhere else it needs to be. I can paint planes. I can do anything you want me to do like that, man. I can draw it, but the computer, it's a different world for me. I can draw anything you want me to draw, and I can design anything you want on paper. But it's putting it on a computer and getting all this stuff to work. Totally different ball game, man. But yeah, I'm getting better. I am getting better.
Randy's asking, "Where's my peanut butter?" My peanut butter is in my other office on the other side of the building. That's my main office, and then this is my machine shop.
There you go.
So, but yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I love machining. I can design like anything I want to for the most part. In CAD and CAM, but like painting and like being artistic in that nature and in that sense, that's a weakness of mine. Guys, look, when I was a kid, you know how you had the mannequins with the clothes that'd be like, this is the latest style and these go together like this outfit. I would see whatever I liked and then like go and buy that outfit when I was a kid, just because colors don't go together like that. I can't see that. But people like Jeff, where you can see it in his head and like paint this Arctic Camo F-16 and all the other birds that he's painted or had to repaint because he crashed. That's incredible.
Wesley, this man can machine anything, buddy. These are Legos made out of aluminum, buddy. So yeah, making parts for tanks, it wouldn't be a problem, dude. If he can make this, and he made hinges for RC Jet Dude's Apache out of aluminum, yeah, making stuff for a tank, not a problem, buddy. Let him know what you need. He can make it.
Do the snapping sound for Josh.
Oh yeah,
I know he's going to ask.
Snap together. Watch. There you go. Click. Yeah. These are like cool Legos, man. You gotta have some. Awesome. Yes.
Oh man.
Wesley says, "I want a body and turrets." Okay, so God. Get up.
That's pretty. I mean, I can make stuff happen, but that's when you get into like full bodies of those tanks, that can be kind of pricey, buddy. Just stuff ain't cheap. When it comes to like one-off CNC machining and stuff like that. Aluminum track links.
Well, it seems like a body or something, you'd be better off to actually 3D print something like that, because it'd be lighter. Your turrets and things, I mean, because you can paint them any way you want them to look. So it seems like stuff like that would actually be better 3D printed to me anyway, and then put it together and paint it how you want. And then other things that you want to be aluminum, smaller things,
Your wife just said a machining god, Dustin. Man, we know she's lying. Oh, I'm sorry. She ain't. Okay, yeah, she's lying. I don't want to call her a liar because she's so good to us, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to say that she's stretching the truth because I'm not a machining god. I mean, I'm self-taught. I'm self-taught just like Tara is.
Yeah, man. Well, and that's why I say, I mean, she's got the patience and the mindset to do it like you do, obviously. I don't. And I can see it here. I can draw it. I can put it on paper. I can draw the blueprints to scale just like they look. Matter of fact, everything I'm doing for this project we're working on, I have drawn the blueprints for, which I will be showing those as well eventually. But she is the one that has put it all into motion and my vision into motion. Without her, a vision's a vision, man, and you've got to be able to carry it forward, and she's done that with this thing. And it's one thing to say, well, we've got this nice machine, but if you don't have somebody that has the mindset to run this machine and tell that machine how to operate, as you well know, you've got a very expensive machine sitting there behind you. I wouldn't know how to walk in there and make it run, but you do. So therefore,
he's talking about that one, guys. That guy. That's what he saw.
That's an amazing machine. That is an amazing
Not
machine.
this one. That one.
Yeah, but again, like I said, if I couldn't go in there and run it, so if you don't know how to run that machine, it's no good. It's just a nice chunk of metal sitting there. I couldn't make these Legos like this. I could draw them. I could tell you what I want them to look like, and I could tell you the size of them, but I can't make that machine do it. And that's what you and she can do. And Josh knows what we're saying too.
Mm-hmm.
With these machines he's working with these 3D machines. And yes, Josh, I want my 3D octopus at some time.
You ain't lying, man.
But yeah, you gotta know how to work these machines and build the files, man. If you can't build the files, you're not doing anything. So yeah, Cody. Hey, come on and hire the wife, man, for the company, see, and we'll get her building y'all stuff, man. Not a problem.
Dave, so G-code is a basically like a universal language when you're talking about running NC programs. So G-code is just taking code. Like a G0 is a rapid move. So like my machine will do a rapid move at 1,400 inches a minute. And so when you're going from like point A to point B, you say, hey, like this is X0, Y0, this is X4, Y4, G rapid, G00, X4, Y4, and it moves up to that point from that spot to here. Or if you do like you could do a G0, G01, and it would actually a rapid X first, and then Y, depending on how you wrote the code out. But it's pretty a generic code. The only times you'll get into specific code for the machine is when you're doing like options for the machine. So I've got what they call through spindle coolant, and what that means is when I'm like drilling holes, the drill bit on the very end has two small holes in it, and there's actual coolant that shoots out. So I don't have to go in and like slowly peck. I can just, an aluminum at least, I can just go straight through it and keep on getting it, because that coolant allows the chips to get pushed up and out. So you're not recutting chips, because recutting chips is very bad. But 3D printers, they use G-code. They're more of the additive machining process, while I am subtracting machining process because I'm taking away material. Yeah, so Josh, a G00 is a rapid move. A G01 is like a commanded feed rate. So again, talking about machine moving at a rapid at 1,400 inches a minute. G01 would be, again, like you'll be like G01, X4, Y4, F for feed rate, 50 inches a minute. And that's typically like when you're taking a cut, you'll do that.
And see, he sounds so damn intelligent when he's talking about all this, just like my wife does. And I'm going, yeah, that sounds really good. I don't know, but it sounds good. Because she'll like, well, what do you think it is? What do you think? And it sounds good. So, yeah, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Hell yeah.
Yeah, explain that in English. Well,
right.
The easiest way to think about this is like, if you remember back in like middle school, high school, you had like the graph paper and you had your origin, and it's going to be backwards because I'm not turning around for you guys, but you had like y, x negative, x positive, y negative. That's basically the area you're working in, right? So you're just sending points. You're sending like, remember you played like connect the dots to make a picture? That's what you're doing when you're writing code out. But you also can, that's when you also too have your Z height, which is your actual end mill or your drill going up and down. So you have that third dimension that you have to worry about. But yeah, it's cool, and I'm fascinated by machining. You are endless in what you can make. The only limitation you have is yourself.
That's right. And I mean, and that's what's so cool in, what you do and watching what, my wife can take an idea that I have and build it on a computer and then tell this machine to cut it, and it comes out perfectly. I mean, and like I said, this guy's is, if you look at the detail and the cuts, and like my wife was explaining to me about step over and feed rate, and I mean, and just look at the lines in this right here and how clean. I mean, the picture's probably not doing it no justice. I mean, but everything here is just so clean and polished. And for a machine to be able to do that, to where when you put these things together, they just fit perfectly. I mean, it's amazing. And that's what you and my wife have got to be able to do is build these files that tell this machine what to do, because without you guys telling this machine what to do, it's just a chunk of metal sitting there like what's behind you or what's out in our building, and it's not going to do anything. I couldn't do it. I can tell you that. I can set it up for her. I can change bits. I can change end mills. I can change collets. Mm-hmm. I can help her get the material down and things like that. But as far as telling that thing what to do, no, I don't have the patience for it, man. So kudos to you.
kind of a dirty joke. Here's you, and here's the guy she told you not to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's right. Well, look, every idea's got to have a vision, and before anybody can make anything in a file or a program, somebody's got to envision it in their mind, and they got to see it. And that's what I can do. I can see something, I can put it on paper, and then between she and I together, we sit down and we can put it together. And as you guys will soon see, we're pretty damn good at it, I think, considering what we can do. And yeah, two of us together are pretty damn creative. So wait for it. As they say, we're getting smarter every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a lot of companies are going to automation, which is it's a two-edged sword, because you get consistency because robots don't get tired. However, you do have parts that go bad, so that can be an expensive fix. But at the same time, there's a lot of things machines can't do that humans can do that are simple. However, you got to deal with the public, and it's hard when you have a really good worker and they deserve more, but higher ups or what have you, you don't have the funding for it, so you potentially lose them.
But machines don't get the coronavirus either.
They can get the stupid virus. Like some machines, they'll have glitches. I've seen a machine. It was coming to drill a hole, and it was pecking. So basically, what that means is it goes down and just pop, 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 pop as it gets deeper into the hole, because it was steel. Well, next thing you know, I guess the guy had put the wrong code in, or I don't know what had happened. I'm sitting there watching it, but it goes peck, 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 and comes up, and right when it comes up, it is a full rapid, like straight down into the part. Wrecks the drill bit, wrecks the part, wrecks the spindle, which is about $12,000. I mean, it just obliterated everything. The total cost on that machine to repair, I think, was like $18,000 at that point, and there was just nobody knows why. Luckily, the machine was under warranty, and they helped them out because they couldn't figure out why it happened. So it kind of fell on them and their controller.
Gosh.
But yeah, that's a lot of money.
No doubt. Yes, it is. And nothing in this type of stuff is cheap, So even the tools, the end mills, things like that, as you well know, and with what you do, are probably much more expensive than what we're doing. But none of that stuff's cheap, and you don't want to break anything, So, but that's a lot of times that's how you got to learn. You got to break things. You got to figure it out, So, but it's fun, man. It's amazing what these machines can do. So, but hey, man, it's after 10.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap it up. I was saying hey to Captain Josh, to reverse engineer some stuff. Look into They've got handheld CNMs, which are about 60 grand, or get you like an actual automatic CNM. Lasers can be iffy because if you have a reflective surface, they can go crazy and give you false data. But look into the handheld CNMs. They're pretty cool. I got to take one for a test drive, and some of them, depending on your price point, can get to within like 5/10 accuracy, while most are pretty much about 1 thou. 1 thou.
A hair.
Yeah, 2,000ths is a hair, so that's 0.002. That's the diameter of a human hair in it. But yeah, guys, sorry to geek out as far as talking machining. I could talk machining all day, every day. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, true story, I'm sure most of you guys have subscribed, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. But if you haven't, hit that bell notification so that way you stay up on for when I do release some videos and some content. I got some stuff in the works as well. But also, too, go over to Jeff's, hit that button notification so that way when we put these previews up, you'll either get an alert, you get like the little bell notification when you come onto YouTube, or you'll get an email. So that way we can keep you guys, everybody in the loop, because we're always here on Tuesdays at 8:30.
Yep. And glad to have every one of you guys, man. We appreciate all the support, and we're going to try to be doing more stuff. We'd like to get some of the guys in with us in some of our live shows.
Absolutely.
Love to get some, maybe Boozers, maybe get Ray Guniak up here, maybe even get Pilot Ryan, Cody. Would love to have some of you guys up here and on our show and talk with us. Some good things coming, guys, and the weather's getting nicer. Hopefully we can get through this stuff, get some flying done, get up some good videos. Everybody's itching to get out. Everybody needs it. It is spring. So let's all just hang in there together, guys, and, hope for the best and stay well right now, Be kind.
Yes.
So
Awesome. Thank you, Dennis. Thanks, everybody.
yes.
Everybody stay safe. Mind your P's and Q's when you're out and about. Keep your head on that swivel because there's a lot of crazies out there in normal life, and there's going to be even more crazies out there because of all this panic and pandemic going around. So, guys, be safe. Don't go out unless you have to.
Get your toilet paper.
Right. Also, you can take paper towel rolls and cut them up, or use a sock, or a or the sink wand. But it's always a pleasure, guys. Take care. See you next time, everybody. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys. Take care. See you soon.
See y'all.